Two New Orleans paramedics' lives are ripped apart after they encounter a series of horrific deaths linked to a designer drug with bizarre, otherworldly effects. Well, I guess that the question if Anthony Mackie can hold a movie together is completely answered. Hey guys, and welcome to my new movie review for Synchronic. Synchronic came out this It is rated MA15+, and the duration of Synchronic is 1 hour and 46 minutes long. Synchronic literally, guys, is one of those movies where watching the trailer, specifically for me, watching the trailer, I thought to myself, is he really going to be able to bring out the goods in this movie? I mean, really. Man alive. This is one of the most brilliant, and I mean incredible movies I have seen in a really, really long time. One of the reasons why I say that specifically, guys, is the visual palette to this movie and the CGI crossover between the natural elements and the synchronic elements to this movie. Now, one of the things that I really, really liked about this movie is the actual title of the movie is completely explained in why the movie is called Synchronic, which I thought was unbelievably, brilliantly well done. This is one of those movies, guys, where Anthony Mackie in a lot of his movies is quite funny. And I mean, he really, really is. He has an absolutely brilliant, funny side to who he is as a person. And this movie is no different at all. Now, in saying that, his role in this movie is dominantly very, very serious. Very, very serious, like throughout most of the movie. But he has elements of absolutely hilarious humor in this movie. I mean, seriously, really, really funny. His character chemistry between all the other cast members, and the cast members themselves have brilliant character chemistry in it, but specifically his character chemistry in this movie is so unbelievably brilliantly dynamic, and I mean brilliantly on point. There is not one moment at all in this entire film that I not once ever thought to myself, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. No, not once. This movie is so well done. It really is, guys. I kid you not in any way, shape, or form. Now, for anyone who has been following my channel for any period of time, I don't do spoilers in my movie reviews at all. Thanks, Mr. Eminem, man. I don't do spoilers at all because I just don't think spoilers are fair, and that's just my personal opinion. So if you want to see spoilers, go and watch a review that does spoilers, but I don't do that sort of stuff. Anthony Mackie seriously holds his weight in this movie. And I mean, not only does he hold the weight in this movie, his character does, but not only his character does, guys, the actual color palette and the visual aesthetics and the camera editing is literally some of the most empowering and I genuinely thought about this, guys. I actually thought, after watching this movie, I thought to myself while driving away, this movie is going to be that movie. It's going to be that movie. That film students and anyone studying film are going to reference this movie. Honestly, they're going to reference this movie to be that movie that says, this is the movie that made me want to be where I am today. Or that stoked the flame in my passion for filmmaking 101. This is that movie. This is that movie that did it. Truly. I genuinely mean that, guys. I'm a film fan to the degree of just watching films, period, full stop. But I don't want to, I do editing. I do this sort of stuff for you guys. Do you know what I mean? I love it. I'm so passionate about it. It's just my raw passion. But in terms of movie making, man, that's like That's next level. Like, that's literally next level. This is going to be, and I just genuinely feel this, guys, that this is going to be that movie, those movies that film creators look back on and be like, man, do you remember that movie Synchronic? It is so well executed. It is brilliantly, masterfully executed. The dynamic between the characters is real, is authentic, is so unbelievably, genuinely there. Everything about this movie, guys. Everything about this movie. Not once in this movie did I think to myself, oh, get on with it, or, oh, I'm over it. None of it. Genuinely, guys. Synchronic is an absolutely brilliant masterpiece. Now, one of the things I loved about this movie more than anything, and the brilliant part about it is it's in the trailer, but it's actually not in the trailer, is the opening elements of the movie, the opening sequence of the movie, gives us an audience member a taste of what we're in for later on down the track. Now, this is one of those movies where they don't just go heavy CGI and that's all you get. There's a beautiful, powerful storyline between the character chemistry of why he actually goes into where he goes into, and the end of the film. It just is one of those movies where I really, really, really hope they do a sequel. I mean, really hope they do a sequel. What it would be called would be a really interesting thing too, because, as I said, why the movie is called Synchronic is a very specific reason, but when you see and understand what it is, why it's named that, you'll get it. This movie, when you understand the opening sequence of the movie to why it's called Synchronic, and then it paints a picture of to us as an audience member of what happens to the rest of the film, and the journey and the storyline that it goes on, you end up as an audience member going, okay, now I'm interested. I'm really interested. The good thing about it is the Easter eggs throughout the film, of the journey, of the storyline of the film, is so plotted perfectly. It is plotted absolutely perfectly, and I was so thoroughly, utterly impressed with where they went every single time in this movie with that. I was so thoroughly, genuinely impressed, guys. This movie really, really is going to stand the test of time in film. I genuinely mean that, guys. This is going to stir up hunger and a passion in filmmakers that they may not have even realized that they had there to begin with. And I genuinely, wholeheartedly mean that, guys. Synchronic is going to be one of those films. I genuinely mean that, guys. That when it comes to editing, this is going to be the palette. It's going to be the palette. It's going to be the benchmark palette because of how unbelievably, impeccably executed this film was. So, does Synchronic have in its core element the thing in its central DNA for film to go back? And I'm definitely 100% going to be rewatching this in cinema. That I like to call, in my personal opinion, and anyone who has been following my channel for any period of time knows exactly what I'm about to say here, guys. Rewatchability. Does Synchronic have rewatchability? Yes! Oh man, does Synchronic have rewatchability? In absolute spades. Wow. Just wow. Synchronic stands the test of time. It stands the test of time, guys. Seriously. I just can't. I cannot encourage you anymore to go and check out this movie. I really, genuinely, authentically can't, guys. This movie stands the test of time, and it is going to be a benchmark film in history. It really, really will, guys. I don't say that lightly, guys. And I mean, I really, really, really don't say that lightly. A lot of the film, guys, that I see in my journey in filmmaking, like, honestly, if I fall asleep in a film, I don't do a review on it. I don't. That's why I don't do as many reviews as I have been doing lately, because I've fallen asleep in them. That's why. Seriously. And because of whatever reason, whether it's just boring storyline or just no character development where I personally just really can't get into it, I don't know. But whatever it is, guys, it is what it is. And that's why I don't review all the films that come out, because I've fallen asleep in so many films. Because it's not that they're bad, and maybe I just need to maybe I need to rewatch them to see if I actually fell asleep in them and whether I just was just a bit drowsy. I don't know. But I definitely didn't fall asleep in this movie at all. The thrilling aspect of it, the dramatic aspect of it, the sci-fi element aspect of it is all intertwined so perfectly. And Anthony Mackie, who plays the character of Steve, yeah, is incredible in this movie. I mean, oh my gosh, he holds this movie together. Seriously, he really, really holds this movie together. This movie is an absolute must watch, and I mean an absolute must watch. I seriously wish I had the ability, if editing didn't take so long, guys, I wish I had the ability to throw this movie out way faster. I wish I got this out last night, but unfortunately here it is today. I apologize for the late delay in this, guys, but editing takes its time, and I want to give you guys something to watch and value and really appreciate, just like I do when I watch movie reviews. But guys, I appreciate your time. Guys, you know what time it is. In my movie reviews, it's time for trivia, guys. Because in my movie reviews, I feel like trivia in a movie review is like icing on a cake. And who doesn't love cake? Oh, I love cake. Guys, so it's trivia time.
Takes place in New Orleans, where Anthony Mackie, one of the actors, was born.